I knew I could make it in style. So I have a suspicion. Hello. I have a suspicion that I might be able to defeat the YouTube censorship. And so this first minute of the live stream is kind of a throwaway minute because it's going to get cut off here in about 30 seconds. We're going to cut it off. What happens is every time I try to make a highlight, or the first time I try to make a highlight in a live stream, it cuts off the live stream. But, like, it just kicks me out of the live stream. But I can start again and resume, and I think it might disable some of the filters, the suppression filters, because since this has started happening, which I think might be like their next level of suppression to kick people off of live streams and make people think, oh, I can't live stream anymore, and just stop. I'm not like that. When I encounter that type of suppression, I'm just going to power through it. And I think by powering through it, it does remove their other suppression filters because it started counting actual people in the live stream, which it hasn't done for a month or two. It always says there's zero viewers, no matter how many subscribers, how many comments, how many concurrent comments. It always concludes there were zero viewers at the end of the live stream. So, and no matter how many people it counts during the live stream. So I'm going to shut it off and see if that, I'm going to do the thing that shuts it off, which is try to make a hello. And now we've resumed the live. And I don't know, but my suspicion is this removes their filters. Like somehow they thought they could suppress the live more by making it unusable so that it kicks you out, as you may have just witnessed. Well, nobody witnessed it, but as may be apparent when you rewatch the live, there was a break because it kicked me out when I tried to make a highlight. Now, if I try to make a highlight, it's fine. I think the live is currently working. Now, it'll be more verified that it's working if some people show up. But in the meantime, I'm going to sing you my new song. Let me get the notes for it because it is a new song. So, welcome to the live stream celebrating the end of the Trumpstein class, the end of Trumpism forever, and how you can help. But you can help now just by participating. We'll do this in a magical way. And so far, the magic's really been working great, so I appreciate everyone's participation. Here's the new song called Milat Kiros. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. You called and we replied, united to stop the genocide and show that Denver knows what is right. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. You beat back the APAC attack and their genocidal maniac. We like democracy, so we took it back. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. We'll stop the Trumpstein class, won't let their treason pass, and teach the world to touch really nice grass. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. We'll foil Trump's plan to schism and win them back to socialism. Make rainbows out of whiteness like a prism. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. We'll stop their unholy war and catch the ones they did it for. We won't go back, we'll make it better than before. We love you, Milat Kiros. You make us American heroes. We'll make healthcare for all. Bridges, not camps or border walls. And seize the companies funding Trump's ballrooms. Shrine to ball. And seize the companies funding Trump. Seize the companies funding Trump's ballroom shrine to ball. That's how I'm supposed to sing that lyric, but it is a little lengthy. Hello. Thanks for the comments and reactions. I'm expecting you can't wait to generate. I'm excited because I think I figured out the way to foil net and YouTube suppression techniques, or some of them, and it's exciting. That's why I was going to sing some songs, get famous, get all viral and famous. So I'll sing you another song. This is the one I usually start a Foxzen show with. It goes like this. I know this fellow always has something to say. He's not the one to tell you night from day. And now he's in your town, there's going to be a way. Just go through him to get out of the gray. In these days we're all astray. Amazing. In these nights when all the graves are waves. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. I like this girl, she wants me to turn it in. She asks me where all of my life has been. We never met, just felt that look and then I wanted to turn out all that lies within. In these days we're all astray. Amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raves. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. Hello, I've defeated YouTube censorship. Net YouTube was censoring the channel, and I've defeated some of the censorship. So nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. That was the Foxzen song, Worlds Away. But I've got a new song from Malat Kiros that I just sang, and it's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. So I was singing that song. I was also just talking about how the magic is working and death and prison are coming to claim the Trumpstein class. So Andrew Tate's in prison or in jail being extradited and hopefully interrogated. And they're going to subpoena Barron Trump over that. So that's exciting. Then we've got Lindsey Graham's dead. Mitch McConnell's deader than fuck. And the people who are covering up his death are practically murderers. I mean, that's the only way really you can put it. Which reminds me of the people covering up Judas's death in my new book, Little Book of Judas. I'll read you just a taste of it. How did Judas know that Jesus was from the goddess Barbelo? I can think of two reasons, if it was not some miraculous lucky guess. Maybe Judas had previous familiarity with the goddess Barbelo, and long suspected this of Jesus, even though Jesus was keeping it secret. Or maybe Jesus was openly telling all the disciples all the time that he was not from God, but from the goddess Barbelo. This was like a pop quiz to see who had been paying attention, because Jesus could tell, by how they were all still praying to the same God they prayed to before, that none of them had really been listening to this part of what he was always saying, or they always got it wrong. This would not be the only time the male disciples especially did not understand Jesus very well at all. Judas does answer the question, and Jesus tells him he got it right, in front of all of them. But none of them seemed to learn this about Jesus and continue to understand him in the context of the God they always believed in. Or if there were versions of their stories that did include this revelation and understanding, they were not selected for the Bible, and the ones that preserved the false God were used instead. Now we've proven, hello Adriana, we've proven that their God is fake because they just did an unholy war that they lost. Usually when you do a holy war or an unholy war and you lose it, it's because your God is fake or displeased with you, is what they used to conclude during the original Crusades. Hello, Adriana. How are you? Nice to meet you. I'll sing you another song if you like. Or I'll sing you my new song. Do you want to hear an old song or the new song? The new song is Malat Kiros. So if you want to hear Malat Kiros, I'll sing you Malat Kiros. Hello, Dragonborn. Oh, you might like my dragon fairy tales. I have a book called Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales. I could read you one of those real quick. But my newest book is Little Book of Judas. So get a copy of the Little Book of Judas. I'll read you another quick page if you want. As I've been acknowledging, the power structure in media has been completely on their side. Conservatives have been the only one controlling the media and public perception of who Jesus even is. They have made it so embarrassing no one even wants to talk about Jesus, so you don't seem like one of them. An important point. Hello, but yeah, check out my book, Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales, and my other books, but Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales is one I imagine you will like since you are dragonborn. It's all dragon fairy tales. I think there's 24, 25 dragon fairy tales in it, so hope you like it. And I hope you also like the Little Book of Judas. Okay. Question you've always wanted to ask. That's actually not a bad question. Question you've always wanted to ask is the question posed to you, but we'll wait and see if we get any questions for just a couple minutes. In fact, I'll be right back while you guys are preparing your questions or whatever. While you guys are coming right back, I'll be right back because, well, I don't know. I'll hang out with you. If you have a question, if you have anything you want to talk about, I'm excited about the end of the Trumpstein class, the end of Trumpism, as evidenced by the arrest of Andrew Tate, the death of Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell, Moscow bitch, and then there are different responses to that. It seems like they're really locking in how many people are kind of murderers or murder adjacent because they are hiding the death of Lindsey Graham. Anytime you're hiding somebody's death, it seems like that's kind of part of murder, which is one of the things they did to Judas. Probably the disciples murdered Judas, and then they lied about it and said he did it to himself. But anybody who lies about somebody's death is part of their murder if they've been murdered. Anybody who lies and said somebody killed themselves when they actually killed them, I mean, they're obviously a murderer. No, this replaces Christianity. This is Jesus's plan to, you know how Christianity is a bunch of trash? I mean, how some of it's okay, but like so much of it is a bunch of trash. You have to acknowledge that most Christianity is completely bad and terrible, or it's done a bunch of terrible things. So it replaces all that. It saves some good stuff. Like I like to say, you don't have to throw out the potato salad. You don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you got to throw out the bathwater. Like, it's time to throw, after 2,000 years marinating that baby, it's time to throw out the bathwater. And the bathwater is all their trash, patriarchy, Christianity, all the stuff that led to Trumpism. Why, are you a Christian? And that's kind of a long answer to your question, are you a Christian? Church of Judas replaces Christianity. This is Church of Judas. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Jesus bless you, Judas bless you, I bless you, and bless yourself. So now you're in the Church of Judas. Excuse me. Be right back. Okay, so welcome to the Church of Judas. Any questions? Should I read you another page from the book? This is the book. Hello. Nice to see you again. Are you a Christian? I didn't get your answer. Taboos against sex and art and intoxicants and other things must be removed, but not every taboo in Christianity must be reversed. See, some things in Christianity are good. Taboos against murder and child abuse not only remain, but actually be adhered to. Because, of course, Christianity and church leaders have been the perpetrators of large-scale murders and wars and other policies and widespread child abuse and cover-ups to perpetuate it. So, yeah, that's why most people aren't Christians, right? Most people who would have otherwise been Christians are not because of the child abuse and wars and other abuse, right? You can appreciate that. So Judas didn't do any of that stuff. Judas was rejected by all the churches. Judas wasn't part of any of the churches that did all that evil stuff. So Judas has the authority or the right to come back at this time. He has the job. He's been appointed to come back at this time and replace all their churches. That's what the Church of Judas is. Welcome to the Church of Judas. We replace Christianity. And that's replacing all Christianity. That replaces Catholicism, Mormonism. Oh, thanks. You like the painting? Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Sorry for blocking it. So yeah, it replaces Catholicism, Mormonism, Zionism. It replaces all Christianity and offshoots of Christianity. It replaces Scientology. No matter how something isn't Christian, no matter how far away from Christianity you think it is, it replaces that too. It replaces all Christianity and all the weird offshoots of Christianity. So it's kind of like removing a cancer. Like if you take a cancer out of the human body, then you're healing the body. Well, if we take the cancer of Christianity out of the earth, then we'll heal the earth and heal a lot of earthlings. You're welcome. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? You're welcome. The new Moana movie is awesome. I saw the Moana movie in theaters, freaking awesome. I saw the Odyssey, it was pretty good. It was okay. I saw the what was the other one I saw? Well, I've seen a bunch of them and they're pretty good, but the live action Moana really stands out as a great movie. Many people should enjoy that in the on the big screen in theaters if you can. Okay. Well, I'm pleased to have defeated the net and YouTube censorship. Net and YouTube censorship is obnoxious and I kind of can't stand it. But I'm glad it's over. Or not over, but I'm glad I've gotten over this one part of it that kept me from getting anybody in the live stream. Because I think some of you are new people to the live stream. So pretty exciting that we're defeating Adriana Sanchez Garcia. That we're defeating Net and YouTube. Adriana Sanchez Garcia, you've never been here before, have you? So, so it worked. We're meeting new people. Well, I wish we got to talk more, but maybe next time. Interesting. Anyway, thanks for being here. Nice to meet you. Shut the door on that stuff. Although you can hear it pretty good anyway. But we're grateful that the magic is working. Alright, well, I gotta get going, I guess. Nice to meet you, though. I'm glad we met. Hopefully meet again soon. It will be nice when we do get through all the censorship and stuff and suppression. So, and thanks for saying you like the painting. I did only have a certain amount of time to go live, so I'm glad I did what I did. I'll go ahead and read one more quick page. The top tyrant in the system is just using you and ordering your kidnapping or killing. Trying to suck up to the top tyrant will always destroy you unless you turn on him and get the support of the people who hate tyranny, otherwise known as the people. If you make a mistake or ever turn on him, but try to stay in his sphere, the tyrant will destroy you. Even if you never falter, make a mistake, or express any disloyalty, the tyrant will destroy you to use you as a scapegoat or just to advance one of his plans. Lindsey Graham. Why did Putin have Trump kidnap Maduro and his wife and murder their Cuban guards in war crimes? It advances Trump and Putin's agenda to destroy America by further damaging our image with pioneering new war crimes. And it sends a message to Putin's other puppets that they are all disposable, so all they can do is try to please him. The USA has kidnapped and killed leaders before, but always secretly, not openly. So this is a major factor in both exposing American evils and normalizing future evils for all other countries too. If you want to be charitable, you can say Putin allowed Trump to kidnap Maduro, but Putin probably ordered it. Putin probably ordered and orchestrated the October 7th attack and the genocide against Palestinians that followed. And Putin ordered the attacks on Iran's leadership and girls' school and everything. Why? Because he doesn't care. Why won't his so-called allies turn against him? Because they are scared, and because they are tricked into thinking they will be the one he will choose to survive over his other allies. But it's the same as Trump's successor. Who will he allow to share and take his spotlight? No one. If anyone gains popularity with Trump's base, he will destroy them so he can claim all the adoration and funnel it back to his master, Putin. There is a more powerful ally, the truth, who they can turn to, but Putin is the one in power, the one pulling the most levers of worldly power. All his worldly power cannot defeat the truth, but will control over the governments and media. He can keep avoiding the truth, banking on the idea that a lie travels the world before the truth gets its shoes on, and how quickly his disinformation machine produces and distributes lies. So, anyway, check out my new book, Little Book of Judas, and we'll probably shut it down shortly unless you're here and have anything to say. Are you Adriana again? Sorry we didn't talk more. Um, but I'm grateful that the live has access to the outside world, I guess, again, instead of the people that we were limited to for so long, and the limitations of, well, before it started doing this thing where it would kick me off as soon as I tried to make a highlight, then. But I think when I resume my highlight after that, it disables some of their other filters. So we'll see. So far, it didn't look that much different than the previous live, but at least you were different. So that was good. But I'm going to go get something to eat and go to the grocery store. Okay.